जय माधव माधव कुंज बिहारी कुंज बिहारी जय माधव जय जैसे भक्ति विधान पश्चात जय गौर की जय गौ के माधुर्य ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लङ्घयते गिरिं, यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम्। Everything. So we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 33, verse number 2. Devahuti अथापि यजोन्ता शलीले शयानम् भूतेन्द्रियार्थात्ममयं वपुस्ते गुणा प्रवाहं सदशेषबीजम् दद्यौ स्वयं यजठराब्जजाता। देवहूतिरुवाच अथापि यजोऽन्ता शलीले शयानम् भूतेन्द्रियार्थात्ममयं वपुस्ते गुणा प्रवाहं सदशेषबीजम् दद्यौ स्वयं यजठराब्जजाता। देवहूतिरुवाच अथापि यजोऽन्ता शलीले शयानम् भूतेन्द्रियार्थात्ममयं वपुस्ते गुणा प्रवाहं सदशेषबीजम् दद्यौ स्वयं यजठराब्जजाता। देवहूतिरुवाच अथापि यजोऽन्ता शलीले शयानम् भूतेन्द्रियार्थात्ममयं वपुस्ते गुणा प्रवाहं सदशेषबीजम् दद्यौ स्वयं यजठराब्जजाता। Devahuti Uvacha. Devahuti said, Atha api, moreover, Ajaha, Lord Brahma, Antaha Shalile, in the water, Shayanam, lying, Bhuta, the material elements, Indriya, the senses, Artha, the sense objects, Atma, the mind, Maya, pervaded by, Vapu, body, Te, your, Guna Pravaham, the source of the stream of the three modes of material nature. Shat, manifest, Ashesha, of all, Bija, the seed, Dadyao, meditated upon, Swayam, himself, Yat, of whom, Jathara, from the abdomen, Abja, from the lotus flower, Jataha, born. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Devahuti said, Brahma is said to be unborn because he takes birth from the lotus flower, which grows from your abdomen. while you lie in the ocean at the bottom of the universe. But even Brahma simply meditated upon you, whose body is the source of unlimited universes. Purport: Brahma is also named Aja, he who is unborn. Whenever we think of someone's birth, there must be a material father and mother, for, for thus one is born. But Brahma, being the first living creature within this universe, was born directly from the body of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is known as Garbhodakshai Vishnu. The Vishnu form lying down in the ocean at the bottom of the universe. Devahuti wanted to impress upon the Lord that when Brahma wants to see him, he has to meditate upon him. You are the seed of all creation, she said. Although Brahma was directly born from you, he still has to perform many years of meditation. And even then, he cannot see you directly face to face. Your body is lying within the vast water at the bottom of the universe, and thus you are known as Garbhodakshai Vishnu. The nature of the Lord's gigantic body is also explained in this verse. That body is transcendental, untouched by matter. Since the material manifestation has come from his body therefore existed before the material creation. The conclusion is that the transcendental body of Vishnu is not made of material elements. The body of Vishnu is the source of all other living entities, as well as the material nature, which is also supposed to be the energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Devahuti said, "You are the background of the material manifestation and all created energy. Therefore, you are delivering me from the clutches of Maya by explaining the system of Sankhya philosophy is not so astonishing. But your being born from my abdomen is certainly wonderful, because although you are the source of all creation, you have so kindly taken birth as my child. That is the most wonderful. Your body is the source of all the universe, and still you put your body within the abdomen of a common woman like me. To me, that is most astonishing." It's a very nice verse. So this particular verse speaks about there is Devahuti is expressing her astonishment, and she is mentioning the Lord from whom all the universes comes, and he has appeared within my womb. This is very astonishing, being the Supreme Lord and appearing from the womb of Mother Devaki. And it is said, Mother Devahuti is telling that it is not astonishing that I have become free from the illusory energy, because the illusory energy is coming from you, and because I it depends a lot upon the potency of the speaker. Like we see that here when um, the Lord spoke Bhagavatam, same Bhagavatam, we also hear now. We are just finishing Lord Kapila's instruction. So when the Lord spoke Bhagavatam to Mother Devahuti, then Devahuti's illusion was gone, and that's why it is very important to hear from senior devotees, because the more they are advanced in their Krishna consciousness, the more realized they are, and the more realized they are, the more we become realized by learning from their realization. That's why it's so important to hear from them. And we see even in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says after this verse, which says Tadvidi Prani Pratina Pariprasthina Sevaya, he says you must approach spiritual master and serve him submissively, and serve him and inquire submissively. In this way, they will impart you the knowledge because they have seen the truth. Why? Because they are realized. And the next verse, Krishna says, having heard from them, you will never again fall into illusion. And this is the same thing we are hearing. Devahuti is telling, now my illusion is now gone, but it is not very surprising. So this reminds me of um, mm, Srivas Thakur's wife, Malini. She asked Nityananda Prabhu, this crore took that article of worship and she was very stressed. Nitya said, so bring the article back. And then the crow brought the article back, and Malin Devi says, not very surprising. I'm not surprised the crow listened to you. You are in the heart of all living entity. Everybody does whatever you want. So that's okay. So here Mother Devotee said, I have been free from illusion, but it's not very surprising. And that's what. And actually, Shrimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter, verse number second. Um, what is the verse, Prabhuji? The second one. So I think there it says, those who this Srimad Bhagavatam will free oneself from the three modes of material nature. Tayan Mulanam, like you will be become free from the three modes and free from illusion. So we see this benediction is given from Bhagavatam by hearing Bhagavatam. We see by hearing Bhagavatam, um, Devahuti became free from illusion. And that's what we see Krishna is telling, that by hearing from a spiritual master, you will be free from illusion. So that's, and I mean, of course, the one is advanced speaker and one is a fertile listener. When the combination is there, then the effect will take place. If the listener is not fertile, no matter what you do, nothing will happen. So both combination has to be correct. Then um, and we see here that Devahuti is astonished. Everything that Krishna does is very astonishing to the devotees. Like yesterday, I was hearing His Holiness Sadhana Swami Maharaj. Maharaj was mentioning Sanatana Goswami asked Sarup Damodar Goswami told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that I don't think you should go alone when Mahaprabhu wanted to go to Vrindavan. The third time when he actually wanted to go to Vrindavan. So Mahaprabhu said that, this time I want to go alone. So Sanatana Goswami, Sarup Damodar Goswami says, I don't think you should go alone. I think you should take at least one Brahmana with you. And who can carry a water pot because you'll be so absorbed and you will go to the forest path, so nobody will invite you for prasada. So somebody should cook for you. Somebody should beg, cook, otherwise it will be difficult. So I think you should take at least one more. So the Lord says, I am like a puppet. Whatever you say, I will do. But, and then he put a condition, what kind of Brahmana he should be. Very, very nice verse there. Um, but I was thinking that he is a Supreme Lord, but he interacts with his devotees on an equal level, although he is a Supreme Lord. So I mean, um, and the devotees always had this fear that the devotees, they love the Lord so much that the devotees don't want the Lord to leave them. And we see that in many, many stories that that devotees don't want the Lord to leave them. There is one story where um, Rukmini Devi, this comes in Bhagavatam, where Rukmini Devi, she was fanning the Lord. And the Lord said, I'm a very poor man, and I don't think I'm I deserve your love and your respect. So Rukmini Devi immediately started crying, and she fainted, and the chamara fell down. She is lying on the ground. And in the purport, it is our Goswami's mentions that Rukmini Devi was thinking that um, the Lord is saying this because the Lords want to leave me. That's why he's Lord said, I'm very poor. I don't deserve your love and your service. So she thought he wants to leave me and go somewhere else. And that's why he's telling I don't deserve. So she immediately fainted. So we also see during the appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Rukmini was crying. And when Lord Krishna asked her, why are you crying? She said, because you are going to leave me. So devotees love the Lord so much that they always have fear of Lord leaving them. We see this. There is a lot of times this happens in Mahaprabhu's pastime. In the beginning, when um, Sachi Mata when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was married to Vishnu, Sachi Mata had this fear that the Lord will take sannyas, and she would just keep it in her heart. She won't express, but there is that anxiety, that fear. So devotees always have this fear, and we also see when the Lord, after taking sannyas, when he went to Shantipur, then the Lord said that now I should go after taking the instruction from his mother that you can go and stay in Jagannath Puri. Then when Lord wanted to go, then Advaitacharya became very concerned. Advaitacharya said, my Lord, um, please stay for 5 to 7 more days with us. So devotees always have that, like the moment they have this fear that the Lord may leave, that supreme lord, that he is interacting on an equal level, that is very surprising to the devotees. Mother devotee like very much surprised. How is it that you you came from my movement, you are sitting in front and the whole universe comes from you. Brahma is born, and for Brahma also to see you, you don't give him darshan easily. For him to see you, he has to meditate for so long. And even then, you speak from within his heart and you don't see him again to again, like face to face. He doesn't get to see you. And he's the first creator. And you are beyond the three modes. and and you are sitting in front of me and you are talking to me. So this is very much surprising to me. We see Mother Kunti Devi is also telling to Krishna that your pastimes are very surprising to me, that Mother Yashoda with a stick is running behind you and you are running and you are crying and you are fearful. So the pastimes of you are very astonishing. So devotees, I was thinking today morning, I mean, it's a radical thought. I mean, it's natural. Um, there are two kind of worship to the Supreme Lord. One kind of worship is in awe and reverence, and one kind of worship is in intimate love. And when there is awe and reverence, there is fear. There is fear of love. But in intimate love, that fear is not there. So our worship in our stages is more of with awe and reverence. With awe and reverence. With awe and reverence. I was thinking that imagine if Gopijana Vallabha he comes out of the altar and then he goes and he take prasad with all of us and then he take rest with us. So how do we feel? You know what we will feel? We'll feel anxiety that he will disappear. Then he'll go back and again stand there and he won't be there with us again. For we don't know when. So naturally when these devotees, when they have the association of the Lord, because right now worship is in awe and reverence. When that is there is a fear of that the Lord may leave. And that's why, and Lord Kapila also left Mother Devahuti. Then he went in the bottom of the universe to perform meditation. He taught her, then he leaves. So there is always this anxiety. And we see even when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that I want to go to Vrindavan, the second attempt, when he actually went to Rupan Sanatan. And Maharaj Pratap Rudra heard, no, somehow we have to stop. Whatever it takes, Ramananda Sarvadhamada, we have to stop him from going. But then the Lord left also. And we see uh, devotees would they went to petition for Chota Haridas. And the Lord said, Chota Haridas, you heard about Chota Haridas, no? He basically had this a thought. Srila Prabhupada said, at max a thought. I'm not qualified to divide this faster. But I'm trying to define another point. So the pastime which I cannot find a very difficult to describe. So Chotarita had a thought, not a very good thought about a woman. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he ate the rice, Mahaprabhu started thinking. Then Mahaprabhu asked Govinda, Govinda, where this rice came from? So Govinda said, my lord, this was brought by Chota Haridas. So Lord said, tell him to never see me again. So the Lord, by tasting the rice, he just asked Govinda, where, so Lord is himself showing the like where the prasad comes from carries the consciousness. But it's like it takes one to know one. So for us, it is difficult. Like we hear Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Vishaira Anna Khaila Ashuddha Hoila Mana, and then Na Na Krishna Smarana. That is the second line. Ashuddha Hoya Mana, Na Dushta Hoya Mana, and then it says something like Dushta Hoya Mana Na Hoy Krishna Smaran. Something like I don't remember exactly. But it says that mind will be contaminated, and when mind is contaminated, we cannot remember Krishna. But in like my stage, and maybe some of our stages, we cannot remember Krishna anyways. So we don't see the difference between we don't see the difference between a Vishaira Anna or a regular Anna. But the Lord can see. So it takes one to know one. So when someone is at that stage, when they eat prasad, then they can see. Then I remember in Novai Dham, one time I cooked prasadam and Prabhuji ate prasadam. Then he asked, "What were you thinking while cooking? Are you doing all right?" Then I'm like, okay, I should be very careful while cooking. So I've seen that devotees by eating prasad. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he ate and he asked Govinda, so who cooked this? Who brought this rice? Then tell him not to see me again. So that time, Chodaidas was rejected from Lord's association. Then the devotees, they went and they said, my Lord, please forgive. And the Lord said, okay, if you come one more time, then I will leave you from this place. I will go and I will go to Alalana. Then devotee said, no, we will never. And the devotees never spoke to him again about Haridas. After 1 year, the Lord asked, where is Chota Haridas? That is very difficult. Prabhupada describes, Prabhupada says in one of the lectures, so devotee said, my Lord, he went to Prayag and he committed suicide. Then the Lord said, that's all. And he did not say anything. That is very tough. Like hard like thunderbolt and soft like a rose. So we see that Lord always will, devotees have always this fear of losing Lord's association. That is very natural. We see this even every time the Lord will say the same thing. We see, and devotees are asking, my Lord, give your mercy to Maharaj Pratap Rudra, please. Then the Lord would say, no, if you ask me again, then I will go. And then they would not ask. Then other devotees will come, my Lord. He's such a great king. He will wear ivory links and he will become a beggar. He will give up his kingdom. Please show your mercy. Then because Mahatma Pratap served so much, the devotees and Ramananda Roy doubled the salary and so many things. So my Lord heart was softened. But Lord, and then there is another story of Gopinath Patnaik. He um, took the king's money and then he used it inappropriately and he did not return. So he was put on a changa where you are thrown into this iron needles as a death punishment. It's a long fast, right? So they went to the Lord and they said, my Lord Gopinath Patnaik, he is the son of Bhavananda Rai. He is the son of Bhavananda Rai, who was Pandu, and he is a brother of Ramananda Rai, my Lord. So please save him. And then the son of Maharaj Pratap Rudra. I'm 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 thinking, I'm hoping this son is not the same son as the son who received pure love of God. Because same son. A lot of our friends are inconceivable because he was like very upset that why did he said he had this habit of like this. So he did not give an appropriate price for the horse. So the Lord, so Gopinath Patnaik says, my horse are much better. At least they don't do like this. So he became offended actually. So he didn't say the whole thing to the king. He says, my lord, he has inappropriated. I am thinking to give him this just punishment. Lord, then Pramana Pratap brother said, do whatever is required. So because he got love about little, little inconceivable. Anyway, because he got that Mahaprabhu's said you are Krishna because he was dark complexion. That's different, Sandaprabhu. Because otherwise, if you get love of God, right, then it looks a little difficult. So, another son. So then, Oh, on request of Janava Mata? Is it like Gopinath Radharani? Some Radharani shows. Maybe he became like, like, yeah. Yes, Prabhuji. Ah, yes. Yes. Before Mahaprabhu, this is like this Prabhuji. Before he went to Vrindavan. And that is post, yes, Antyadip. So devotees went to Gopinath Patnaik and they said, my lord, the whole Bhavananda Roy family. Then he arrested Bhavananda Roy family also. And they all were put into jail. So they said, Lord, and the Lord said, pray to Jagannath. Whatever Jagannath wants, ask him to pray to Jagannath. Jagannath will take care of it. So the Lord did not um, interfere in material affairs. Anybody comes and want to use the Lord for some emotional reason, Lord would not interfere there. Here, like with Dharma, he would not interfere. So then they again went, and again the Lord said, if you ask me again, then I will go away from here. No, his god brother, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Ishwar Puri's god brother, Paramananda Puri. He went and he asked, when go, is Bhavananda Roy is your dear most devotee, and Bhavananda Roy, dear family member only. So after that, we go to Paramananda Puri. He said, no, no, sir, nobody will approach you, you'll be there. But he was saved by Lord's mercy. But then Gopinath Patnaik later on went and he told Lord Chaitanya that um, um, Lord, he forgave anything, everything. He doubled my salary and he gave me a royal chadar or something as a matter of honor. It is all by your mercy. But actually, I have not received your mercy. Ramananda Roy has received your mercy. Because I have not received your mercy because that's why I have these material desires. So your real mercy has not come. Although you have saved me is also your mercy. But your real mercy is given to my brother, not to me. So please give me that mercy. The Lord told him, don't use your money for sinful activities. Otherwise, you will be incriminated. Money will come. Krishna provides based on our karma, money will come. But don't use it in sinful activities. Mahaprabhu did not interfere. So we see every time devotees always have this fear, the Lord may leave. And same we see in Krishna's pastimes also. We see Rukmini, we saw Kunti Devi. That's all. If there's any discussion, we can, and if you want to add, Prabhu, then why? Mm. Like most of them, they have like so many sons, but only one or two are heard generally. Like I was just reading somewhere, uh, Hiranyakashipu had four sons. Ahlad, Prahlad, they're all lad, something like that. And like, okay, but we just hear in the what Bhagavatam or they describe just the essence. He has four, he's one of the four sons. I just purport mentions. I was just reading one Prahlad section from Vishnu Puran, just out of curiosity. And then there I saw this. It's like Bhagavatam, just bhakti part, just that portion is taken and described. So then,
When you translation of the sloka, I really read about understand the problem that Lord Brahma creates from Lord Brahma comes so many number of universes, or it's the Buddha tradition.
from Garbhodaksha.
So they, I It's last
Brahm,
sentence.
but even Brahma simply meditated upon you, whose body is the source of unlimited universes.
You would want it.
Uh, okay, thank you, Srila Prabhupada. Jai. Thank you. And 1 second for the sacrifice. I spoke anything inappropriate. Understanding. Please forgive me as well. Ending on Zoom. Thank you.